Hello. Silksong be looking a little strange today. I decided that I am going to play some Hollow Knight for everyone to see. However, I don't exactly expect this to be a particularly long series, so I'm not going to go out of my way to, read stuff, since I've already beaten this game, 3 or 4 times. Potentially more. I honestly don't remember. I'm not certain exactly how much of the content I'm going to do. I'm gonna do at least all the charms, all the notches, all the masks, all the vessels. Uh, Largely I'm just not sure if I'm gonna do the pantheons. If I do them, I will likely only go to Pantheon 3. Um, if I do end up going all the way to Pantheon 5, we will actually be making our way back to my main save, since I've never actually beaten it before. And I doubt I'll have beaten it by the time I'm done this series. But we'll see. You never know. And if I do beat it by then I'm just not going to Pantheon 5. I'm probably never going to do Pantheon 5 a second time. Though, who knows? Because I do just kind of love this game, so I could just come back to it for the sake of coming back to it. I do have quite a few mods installed. I don't intend to really use any of them other than Custom Night. Just because I don't. I mostly have, Bench Warp installed for the sake of not having to run around again on my main save. It's very time consuming. I like to go back and fight Radiance every once in a while. Rather than the just same old all the time. With just doing the Pantheons over and over again. More just Pantheon 5 at this point than anything. I mostly just went back and redid the first 2 Pantheons with 1 binding at a time, so that I could get the Lifeblood in Pantheon 5. Which has been fairly useful. It's not been the most useful thing in the world, but it's still something. I usually lose it before I actually need it, which is a little unfortunate, but still. I genuinely don't know what order I'm going to be doing things in, though, so we'll see where things take us. I don't have anything in particular in mind for that. I'll probably just be doing things as I remember them, because I don't remember exactly where everything is off the top of my head. I usually take a fairly similar route through the game every time, though, and it doesn't really involve much in the way of any skips, because that's more effort than I'm willing to put in. I don't really want to speedrun, so I haven't really taken to learning speedrun skips. Though I do know a couple very silly skips over in Crystal Peak, which just allow me to get a couple things a little earlier than usual. I will be going directly to Brooding Moloch, though. I always do Brooding Moloch first. Wait, are my eyes closed every time I'm looking at the game? Hold on. Okay, no, I don't know. Okay, I think my eyes just closed when I look over. I might actually just be blinking every time I look over back from one spot to another. Oh, I actually didn't know you could hit all the way through that until just now. I thought I'd pogoed late. Screen path entrance, and I missed Moloch. Dang it. I don't usually get that jump on the first try, but whatever. Okay, I should probably be going for the platform that's next to the actual door, rather than going straight for it. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, because it should be around about there, and then that's the door, and there we go. Pantheon 5 at the moment is actually the only achievement I don't have in this game. Once I have it, though, will be a glorious sight to behold my all achievements in Hollow Knight. I'm pretty sure it's just Geo and a shortcut out of here back this way, but I'm just gonna double check. Oh, and a soul refill. Yeah. But I'm already full on soul and don't have anything other than healing to use for it. Or use it for? There, yeah, use it for. And Brooding Moloch. There's a fair chance I'll get hit by this guy an unreasonable amount of times. I'm not very careful while fighting this guy. Not nearly as careful as I should be, anyways. Ouch. Oh god. Let's not die here. Brooding Moloch would be a rather embarrassing death. Dang it. I always forget how long some of these bosses take, since I'm used to having like all my nail upgrades and stuff in the Pantheon. So as much as they have a bit more health in the Pantheons, largely they are still easier to kill than this. Because I don't think they have that much more. I guess in Pantheon 5 they have a decent bit more, but you also still do a lot more damage than you would at the start of the game. Especially since I tend to use strength and whatnot. Strength has got to be one of my absolute favorite charms in this game, since I very much enjoy my nail combat over anything else. I don't use well, I guess I use spells a lot more than I used to, but I never really used to use spells for the most part. I'm curious to see how difficult this game's going to be after having beaten Silksong. I personally feel like I'm going to have an easier time beating this game after Silksong, because Silksong felt a lot harder. But it hasn't been too long since I've played this game, so it shouldn't be too hard anyways. Just out of the fact that I've played this game a lot. I don't know why I bother breaking all the small geo rocks. The small amount of geo they provide isn't particularly important when as long as you collect the, like, relics that you can sell. anything down this way that you can get to without it, like without coming up from fungal or having dash or something. Yeah, you need at least dash, which I think allows you to get into fungal. And I think there might be a... Actually, I'm not sure if there's a grub down that way. I know there's a journal entry, if I'm not mistaken, for the gomes, I think they're called. The, like, worm guys with the spikes all over them. Pretty sure that's where you get their journal entry. If only I knew how to do the skip to get up into where that mask shard above me is. I mean, I kind of know how to do it, sort of, but I'm pretty bad at doing it, so I just don't do it. It's not the end of the world to have to backtrack. Can't wait to have quick slash. The amount of extra damage you can do by swinging that much faster is really nice. Of course, I gotta open this. Huh. I wonder. Yeah, I think since I do have the archipelago mod installed, that's probably what's causing that. Because that's meant for randomizers, which you can do multi-world as well, where you play a randomizer with people that are playing different games, and they can have your items and you can have theirs. It's rather interesting. I haven't gone too far into one before. Like, I haven't actually finished any randomizers just yet. So I might actually play a Hollow Knight randomizer at some point. But we'll see on that. Oh, I actually didn't realize that you could just run past this guy and grab the grub. Because you could realistically get over him. I always just fight him, because I always thought that there was a door here that closes when you enter. Kind of like the one that's guarded by a Moss Knight over in Green Path. I'm gonna adjust that a little bit. I will probably end up needing to get the collector's map to get all the grubs, but I'm going to be doing collector anyways, because he is also a percentage. At least I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure all the bosses are at least 1% in terms of completion, including the dream refights. Honestly, it might have been faster to just get the big guy to break that. I think you can also... I think I actually once saw that you can actually technically do this hallway with, like, just fireball or something stupid. Which is absolutely insane that people have found ways to do that sort of stuff. I think it's really cool, the stuff that's, especially speedrunners manage to do in all sorts of different games, especially this one. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff. And then it gets even more insane when you look at a tool-assisted speedrun. I actually found out while playing around with the randomizer that you can actually infinitely loop this boss if you have strength. Because you can keep knocking him over before he can finish his tantrum. and that will prevent the fight from actually finishing. It's honestly pretty neat that that can actually happen. And I'm guessing it pretty much only happens because it shouldn't be possible to have that much damage by that point in the game. Or I guess by this point in the game rather than that point in the game, because I'm talking about what I'm currently doing. If I'm not mistaken, this is where he falls through the floor. I don't actually have to worry about hitting him here. Yeah. This fight is... this fight and Failed Champion are really, really easy in the Pantheons when you have all your upgrades, because you can usually defeat them before they can actually do anything, really. I'm just gonna get Fireball before I go to Growthmother and save Sly, because it does make clearing out all the Grozes that spawn after you defeat Growthmother. I don't think I've ever managed to get them all with one Fireball, because that requires some pretty perfect timing. But it is definitely possible, and if I wanted to, I could probably practice it enough to do it pretty easily, but again, don't speedrun, don't really want to, so it's not a big deal to me. Dang. I thought I had that pogo timing better than that, but apparently not. Oh, I did not realize that that was enough knockback if you hit him early enough to throw him off the edge. I suppose they do take quite a bit of knockback, so it shouldn't be too shouldn't be too surprising. I'll probably be doing more talking during boss fights in this game, just because I do have them pretty well practiced with the amount of times I've fought them in the Pantheons. So I'm pretty comfortable doing the bosses at this point. I'm not going to say that I'll not die even once throughout this entire playthrough, but it's entirely possible that I don't. I have managed to steal soul in the past. I did do a couple spots where I logged out, but I think for the most part my logging out was just to teleport back to a bench rather than preventing myself from dying. Because at that point I already had, I want to say 70 hours in this game. I've been doing the Pantheons a lot. I don't think I'd quite beaten Pantheon 4 at that time, but I had definitely beaten the other Pantheons. Been playing the game for a while at that point. As much as I could go to Green Path right now, I'm gonna go back and do some more of Crossroads. Actually, it might have been easier to go out past Cornifer and down and around, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably not, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Though the timing wouldn't have been that different from where I was. Is this the room where you can get an early grub with a pogo? No, it's not. It's gotta be up somewhere. I'm not exactly good at not taking any damage on this fight, but that's because it's not particularly important to not take any damage. I think you gotta jump like about here and then fire a fireball like right as they burst out. And that'll clear a lot of them. I think if I fired it like right when they burst out, it would have gotten them all, but I'm not perfectly familiar with that timing, so I didn't. Good enough is good enough for me. I wonder... Okay, yes, just when... I wonder why randomizers have this door open, because it's not actually... Oh, I guess if you turn on lore tablets as a randomized item, then the Menderbug's journal probably gets put in the pool. So that would have to be open to make sure you can get it, rather than having to grind until you get the Menderbug. I've only seen the Menderbug once or twice in all of my hours of gameplay. Though that makes sense, he is meant to be quite a rare find. Or actually, it might be... Hold on. Is it this room with the grub? No, that's this room with the aspid. I think the grub might be in one of the center pathways, now that I'm thinking about it. Because there's a lot of rooms that go across the crossroads. Dang it. I should have jumped out this side. Forgot how low that roof was. Room switch in here. Oh yeah, there's a grub here. That's something I can get. Thought there was a grub around here somewhere. I know where a fair portion of the grubs are, but I don't remember where all of them are. I think it might be through this way somewhere. Oh wait, no. Room up. Okay. I thought the doorway looked a lot like False Nights, but then I wondered if both of the doorways just looked the same. Or maybe I just don't remember where it is, because I know there's at least one more grub in Crossroads I can get, as long as I do a pretty easy pogo off of a Vengefly. But I don't seem to recall where that one is right now. It's not a huge deal though, because I'm going to have to come back to Crossroads for things later anyways. Especially when I come back to, I don't know, beat the game. Oh, it's this room. Okay. That's the grub I was thinking about. Because you can get this Vengefly. I'm probably just going to give this pogo like one attempt. And it worked. Cute. Cool. Words. I don't know how I messed up saying cool. It's not a particularly difficult word to say. I feel like I have a surprising amount of money for this stage in the game, but it's probably because I just haven't bought anything from, like, Sly or anything yet. I don't know why I stalled after I got enough to cast a spell there. Oh. Alright, time for green path. I'm gonna get very lost in here. I always do. This is one of the areas that I'm not very good at, like, just remembering where everything is. So hopefully I can find Cornifer. Then again, I don't have the compass or... No, just in case I'm gonna sit at this bench, even though I don't expect to die. Oh, and I guess I should actually probably put on Fury of the Fallen. Just because I can. That's another 2-notch though, isn't it? Yeah, Soulcatcher is 2 notches, unfortunately. I'm more likely to make use of Fury of the Fallen over Soulcatcher though, so... Hello, Hornet. It's honestly kind of interesting how that jump is just barely not able to be made by just jumping. Cool. I love it when my spacebar just decides that it doesn't want to work. It happens a lot. I'm honestly not sure if it's just that I'm pressing it late and the game's not reading it, or if it's because my keyboard's going bad. I have had it a while. Maybe I just don't break enough Geo-Rocks, because I guess as much as Geo-Rocks, especially early in the game, don't drop a lot of Geo, they do drop more Geo than your average enemy at that point in the game. I suppose if you break enough of them, it would build up to a good amount. I love smushing that guy. The extra infected moss guys used to cause me a lot of trouble. I'll grab Cornifer's map anyways, because I'll probably need it when I go back for grubs and whatnot, at the very least. Even though I don't know how much the map's going to... Well, I guess it might help me, because I kind of know which room's which, for the most part. Because I think the room, like the last room on the left on this map is the room that I'm headed to. Okay. Maybe I just explore too much, and in reality, I should just kind of continue going the direction as headed before. Yeah, it looks like I literally just need to go left, up, and then left again. And yet somehow I always get lost. I wasn't sure if you could make that ledge or not by just going around. Here to check. But no, I have to jump. Hello, Hornet. I actually found out while doing a randomizer and coming through green path backwards because I have stag stations as one of the randomized items when I do them. So I went through, because I got Stag Nest, and so I went through Green Path coming in from Mountain Pass, and did the entire area backwards, and I found out that if you beat Hornet, it doesn't actually stop the Hornet encounters from happening. She will still show up and run away. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense. There's no real reason to set it up to make it so that it doesn't happen, because, again, realistically, you should have to go to all the places that Hornet shows up in order to make it to the Hornet fight. Yeah, it is this room I need to go up. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because I typically try and find a way around the toll bench. Because I believe that there is at least a way to get around the toll bench if you're determined enough. I will say with Silksong that as much as healing is more high risk, high reward, there isn't. Actually, I guess there is something after this lifeblood. Now that as I've recently found out, healing in Silksong is easier than in this game for a lot of reasons, because like you can heal midair and whatnot, as well as it is almost certainly faster healing for more masks. Wait. Oh, yeah, I remember now, because it's just the shortcut back, so you don't actually go directly left. You have to go through this Moss Knight room, because he's going to wake up before I can get through. Could you not? It's rather annoying. Should have waited to grab the lifeblood until after I had fought that guy. Vengefly King should be easy enough to no-hit, though. Because I will be kind enough to save Zote, as annoying as he is. And as much as I'm pretty sure Grey Prince Zote does not count for percentage. Entirely for the fact that he is technically able to be missed, and of course I lose my other lifeblood mask to a random Vengefly. Oh, never mind. Apparently I'm not gonna no-hit Vengefly King. Oh, I managed to spawn... Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. I don't one-hit Vengeflies right now. One-hitting Vengeflies makes fighting this guy a little easier. Just because you don't have to give the Vengeflies much thought. That also makes fighting Vengefly King a lot easier. Something that I don't do a whole lot when I'm doing Pantheon, just because I can actually reach him with my nail. I tend to use Mark of Pride, Quick Slash, Strength, and Heart, which I feel like isn't that interesting of a charm set. These guys are rather annoying, but with spells it's not as bad, and these Geo Rocks are worth a decent bit. One of the Geo-Rock sets that I always stop to collect. Grub. I'm gonna come back for that grub because I think there's a bench around here somewhere. Maybe not. Hold on. Or yeah, I guess the... Well, can I easily get back up the... I guess I jump down now. Yeah, I think I can loop around and climb back up, and I think the toll bench is just down here. Hold on. My memory of the map isn't quite perfect, unfortunately. Yeah, toll bench is here. I should respawn the lifeblood as well, so I can go make use of that. I just at least want to be at full health when I go into Hornet fight, so even if I have to use the lifeblood here to deal with the Moss Knight, that's still fine. Yeah, just the one heart. That's not too bad. Grubs are also a pretty solid way to get a lot of money in this game, I find. Makes them more than worth collecting. Oh yeah, I should probably pick up the stag while I'm here. Which I guess might have actually been a closer bench, now that I'm thinking about it. Or at least an easier bench. I will 100% be coming back to Green Path. There's a lot of stuff that requires additional power-ups to get to through here. So I'm not going to try very hard to complete Green Path. Actually, I might grab Dash and go immediately back to Crossroads and enter Fungal through that route, which I actually don't usually do. But I think it might be easier than finding my way to Fungal through going to Green Path into Fog Canyon. Hey, it's Threadstorm. It's honestly kind of interesting that I don't think we really have that much of a just like dash attack like Hornet uses there. I think we have something kind of similar with the Hunter Crest's sprinting attack, but I don't think it's exactly the same. Beyond that, we have most of the stuff that she does here, which is actually really cool. And that is movement, which is nice to have. Oh yeah, and then the Dreamers are gonna tell us to stop. Actually, I guess it's kind of cryptic whether or not they're telling us to stop or whether or not they're telling us to actually continue doing what we're doing. Because I think they, in that specific dialogue, they actually both say that the seals must not be undone and that they must be undone. So really, I'm not sure. I have looked deeper into the lore in the past, but it's been a while since I've done that. honestly thought you could make it up there. Probably can, I guess. But I just didn't hold spacebar for quite long enough to jump high enough to get all the way up. Dang, wasn't quite close enough for the pogo. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think in almost every other run that I've done, I forgot about this room before I've gotten to dash. So I've actually not entered fungal through this route before. And then yeah, that's the journal entry down there. But you need to get dive before that. I think I might actually have enough money to buy strength on my way down as well, which is quite nice. Not completely certain, because I don't remember the undiscounted price of this, because I don't usually come to buy this right away, because I don't usually have the money. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. It's only 600. And then that actually doesn't leave me far away from heart, but strength is the more important one for me. And then I will go grab Queen Station before I go anywhere else. Huh, I didn't realize that that guy can wake up that much later than the other one. I pretty much always have them wake up at pretty much the exact same time, so. And that's an additional charm notch, which is rather nice to have. Oop. I think I'm just gonna leave the conifer map because I know my way through fungal pretty well. I'll go back and buy all the maps at some point, but I'll just buy them at Zelda's shop. I don't think there's anything I can do in Fog Canyon right now. Not easily anyways, so I'm just gonna go back to fungal. Dang. I did not realize that that had that much range. Wait, hold on. I forget what's at the top of the thing over here, which I am pretty sure I can get up on top of. I think it's just like a journal or something, but that's a fair bit of money once I get to city, which isn't too far out. Oh, it's a seal! That is quite a fair bit of money. I keep falling into hazards because I look over to see if anyone's joined the stream whenever I go through a room transition, forgetting that there's frequently hazards directly on the other side. And yep, this guy's gonna respawn, but I don't actually have to defeat him because the doors just stay open now. So I can go right through. The low ceiling makes it a little challenging to tell if you can just jump the gaps or not. I don't think I really used strength for most of my first save, just because I used to die a lot, because it was my, well, it was my first run after all. I hadn't played many particularly challenging games at that point. I think it was probably my first Souls-like, never mind anything else. But I definitely hadn't played any Soulsborne games yet. And I'm pretty sure it was my first Souls-like. It very much drew me into the Souls-like and Soulsborne games. Did he fall through the floor after I beat him? That was weird. I don't know why the explosion would have been that far down unless I accidentally knocked him through the floor. Okay, it definitely seems to be more worth breaking the Geo Rocks than I used to think it was. Dang it, I tried to jump first so I could do that, which still didn't even get them all. These guys are really silly looking. I love them so much. But at the same time, I do need that soul. Yeah, I guess I need to dash across there. I can't just jump right up, can I? As is a lot of the platforming immediately after getting dash. Like, I mean, fair immediately after getting dash, there's a lot of platforming that pretty much just barely requires dash. You know what? I'm gonna try and do something kind of silly. I'm gonna see if I can do e-pogo. I'm just giving it that one attempt. I do think I actually did pogo off the explosion, but I did not get nearly enough height for the jump. The flying mantises are so much easier than the ones that don't fly. It's honestly kind of funny how much easier they are. I fall. I suppose I don't really need to fight all the mantises, I just need to get into Mantis Village. But I should probably rest at the bench that's down here first. On the off chance I die to Mantis Lords. I don't really expect to die to Mantis Lords, but that doesn't mean I won't die to Mantis Lords. I'm pretty confident that I won't die to the random Mantises, though. Not while I have Strength equipped. And I'm pretty sure I can get Dash Master before I continue on, though I think that might be 2 notches, so I cannot use it with Strength at the moment, rather unfortunately. So I don't really need to dash that much. As much as dashing down is kind of cool, though. But I also don't really dash down either. Yeah, 2 notches. I think it would have been pretty cool if it were 1 notch, because it's not really that useful. Unless it shortens the cooldown on Shade Dash, on Shade Cloak as well, because that would be kind of insane. But I've never tested that, so... I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it just shortens the cooldown on your regular dash and nothing else. But anything's possible, I suppose. I don't know exactly how it works. Oh yeah, you need to jump from the upper ledge, I'm pretty sure, otherwise you just barely don't make it, even with your dash. And you gotta go across here. Oh yeah, you need to hit the lever first. I always forget that there's a lever there you need to hit before you can go up. Now I should be able to get Mantis Claw, which allows me to get almost anywhere in the game, which is really nice. And one of those places it allows me to get into is the place with the lever, which allows me to get to Mantis Lords, which has got to be one of my favorite bosses in the game. I think Mantis Lords is one of the few fights that I have on Radiant on my main save, just because I find them fun. Oh, hello, yeah. My Silksong does look a little weird. This Hornet seems a little young for some reason. I don't know, it's weird. There was some, like, strange, larger imposter version of me or something running around in Green Path, too. I don't know what's up with that. Currently just running a playthrough of Hollow Knight, even though I've beaten it a great many times, just because I figured might as well. I don't expect this game to take me long to beat this time around. I don't know why I bother wall jumping there. It always causes struggle. I honestly don't mind Hollow Knight movement, even after Silksong. Silksong movement is so much nicer. I do love it so much. But this movement's fine. It would be nice to have a little bit more movement. But, I mean, it definitely works. And I mean, the game's still great. it doesn't need to have Silksong movement to be a great game. What am I doing? You would think with my, oh my lord, almost 200 hours in... Actually, wait, how much time do I have in Hollow Knight? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, with my over 200 hours in Hollow Knight, that I wouldn't be this bad at the game. I was doing good before you showed up. It's performance anxiety, I swear. Even though there's no anxiety. I'm just struggling for no reason all of a sudden. Always gotta struggle the second someone's watching. It can never be that simple. I swear, I only got hit, like, way more than I should have on Brooding Moloch. Okay, suppose I wasn't doing that good. I did pretty good on False Knight, at least, but... Brooding Moloch, I did get hit way more than I realistically should have. I'm so not used to not having Quick Slash. I do the Pantheons so much on my own time, like working at Pantheon 5 primarily, that I'm used to just being able to swing at light speed. Unfortunately, Quick Slash is not something I'll have for a good while, I don't think. Because if I'm not mistaken, I need the tram pass to get access to that. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a lot less of a break in this than in Sisters of Battle. Because I don't have to do that whole thing where they're like, you know what? Nah, we should all fight at the same time. I don't know why I'm even getting hit as much as I am on this fight. I shouldn't be. Still, I should die significantly less than my first ever time fighting Mantis Lords. I'm pretty sure my first playthrough I had to come back to Mantis Lords on a couple separate occasions before I actually managed to beat them. I struggled a lot when I first played this game. But it was probably the most challenging game I'd ever played at the time that I started playing it, so... I suppose it's not all too surprising. And now I can go get Mark of Pride, one of my other favorite charms. I may or may not almost exclusively play this game and Silksong using the needle and nail. Because, I don't know. I just do. I forgot how much stuff is in here, because there's a hollowness seal there, and then I think through one of these doors is a chest that has a whole bunch of just straight up money. Yep. That's what... Oh my lord. I forgot that it's 620 geo in that chest. It's honestly a little absurd. I'm gonna go straight to City of Tears because Desolate Dive, and because I can start selling like the Holiness seals and stuff, and get a nail upgrade. And then I should be able to get another nail upgrade like immediately after Crystal Peak because I know how to get the one on top of the peak without actually having double jump. It's a little bit challenging, but I've done it a couple times in the past, so I am confident that I can manage. I will not be using strength during the time that I do that because I am not confident that I'll do it on my first try. I don't feel like breaking my strength and having to come back and fix it. Whoops. Yep, can build a bunch of soul up here in case I screw things up. Oh, cool. I actually made that on my first attempt, or not first, second attempt at that. And then I think I usually should have that one a bit less. Yep. And I don't even know why I bothered actually turning on the bridge, because this bridge, well, I suppose there is the shortcut going around the door. Because if you go up here, there's a way back through into Fungal, which I think with... I'm not sure if you need double... Wait. Yeah, because if you use dive here, you can get back out. And I think you... I don't remember if you need double jump or not, but I don't think you do. I think you can just wall climb up there. I don't know, it's not hugely important, because getting back into City that way doesn't really happen a whole lot, if ever. I might have done it like once. I absolutely love the music in this area. It's so nice. Most of the areas in this game have beautiful music, just like Silksong. Though I feel like Silksong, in my personal opinion, had a slightly better soundtrack. However, I love them both. They both have really great soundtracks. Hello, Pearl. Goodbye, Pearl. Actually, I guess I probably do need that elevator now that I'm thinking about it. Because I'm gonna need it to get over... Well... Yeah, I think I do need it to get over there, so I'm just gonna bring the elevator down. Because I'm pretty sure in order to get to the upper part of City, you need to go through the upper entrance, and I'm pretty sure the only way to get up onto these platforms is by jumping from the elevator. That could be wrong. It's just been a while, and this is the way I do it. Another Holonized seal. I forgot just how much more abundant money is in this game than in Silksong. Especially before the rebalance to make money more available in the early game of Silksong. Because I do remember there was something about that, but I think I might have gotten past that part of the game before it actually became a thing to worry about. Hello, Lem. I'm just gonna trade these in now. I have no good reason not to. Well, actually, I guess there's a kind of good reason for the fact that if I do die and then manage to die before getting my shade back, I'd lose all this money. But I'm pretty confident that that won't happen. It's been a long time since I've managed to do that. Especially by the time I've made it to City of Tears. City is usually where I've made it pretty safe. I don't tend to die a lot after this point, if at all. Gotta make sure to grab that nail upgrade though, because the nail upgrade that's just Geo is not particularly expensive either. Only... what? I know it's not even 1,000 Geo. I don't remember exactly how much it is though, now that I'm thinking about it. Even though this game is a lot more abundant in money, I feel like I have a lot more money than I usually do at this point in the game. Though I guess I haven't really been buying the maps. Or anything else for that matter. Yeah, I thought it was only like 200 Geo for the first upgrade, but I was kind of hesitant to say that because it sounded really cheap. But it is actually just 250. And then the second one needs a Paloria. Yeah. Okay, so I'll have to come back after Crystal Peaks. But that's not a huge deal. Peak isn't that far away. I've got to go up and do Soul Master, and then I can go to Peak. I will probably buy the Lantern, though, just so that when I come back down into here, I can come down into King's side of City. Because I could technically go into Crystal Peak now, but just for the sake of having access to a lot more things, I find it better to do Soul Master first and get Desolate Dive. I probably went too far up already to... oh wait, yeah, I did go too far up to get everything. I'm not gonna bother with that egg. I will go down in here and grab that money though, even though it's not a lot of money. The egg is more risk than it's worth though, because I think there's like 2 of the exploding bat bug things, and it's just an egg. If it were Steel Soul, it might be more worth it because the egg is worth money, but it's not Steel Soul. And even then, in Steel Soul, dying is more of a problem, so... just out of the sheer risk of things, it just might not be worth it. Though I think I might have done it in my Steel Soul run. Can't remember. That was towards the start of this year, I think I did that. It's been a while. And that opens all this. Which, that goes into Soul Sanctum, I'm pretty sure, and then up here is a bench, and... oh yeah, the grub. I forgot about the grub that's right here. There's also the bridge, which gets you over to the Stag Station, if I recall correctly. I died a lot trying to get through this ambush on my first save. It was really difficult for me. I'm not even going to bother with that bench. I know for a fact I'm not going to die here. Soul Master is really easy once you've fought him enough times. Though I will go and grab the stuff from in here, like the key and whatnot, so I can get access to waterways. I actually didn't know about the key in this room for a long time. I think it's one of the last things I found in my run. But I can't remember what I actually needed the key for. It might have been to open the egg shop or something. I guess it's not an egg shop, it's... I forget her name in there, because I don't really talk to her a lot. But I needed it to get into the person that likes to buy your eggs. Either to get your shade back, or to get money, depending on Steel Soul or Default. Is there anything in here? No, just those guys. Couldn't remember. Been a while since I've been through this area. Well, it hasn't been that long since I've been through this area. Because I did do a fair portion of a randomizer just on my own time not that long ago. But I might do a whole randomizer at some point here on Twitch. Just because I think it could be fun to stream. We'll 100% grab that journal. 200 Geo is always worth it. And I forget what's over this way, because I know this goes... Oh, yeah. This is the elevator that goes up into Dirtmouth. I think there might be something you can access from that elevator that you actually need to buy the elevator to get to. It might be like... Actually, it might be a grub now that I'm thinking about it. So I'll probably take that to get out of here back into Crossroads. Like I said, I think it's saying Dirtmouth now that I'm thinking about it, when it takes you to Crossroads. But I'll probably take that out into Crossroads once I've beaten Soul Master. So I can grab that and then head over to Peaks. Actually, I guess I'll head up to Dirtmouth after before I go to Peak, because I want the lantern, because I do not know how to do Dark Room. I genuinely don't know how people do Dark Room. It's honestly kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie, these enemies here, like the ones that fly away from you and shoot at you, might genuinely be more difficult than Soul Master at this point. Just because Soul Master, once you know his attacks, are really predictable. Plus, these guys are really good at just keeping their distance all the time. Which can make them a bit of a nuisance on top of everything else. Especially where they teleport, because of course they can teleport, so if you back them into a corner, they can just leave anyways. Dang, I honestly didn't think that could turn around quick enough to hit me. But it did. Oh my, can I not have bots in my chat that are just trying to promote some sketchy website. Really not a fan of that. I forgot just how close together a lot of stuff in this game is, with the game, especially with the game being, like, as small as it is, because I quite frequently forget that this game is in fact, like, the map is in fact a lot smaller than Farloon. I do have to trigger this guy to get across here. Not gonna bother picking up his money. I don't think it's enough money to be worth it at the moment. I will go up here and do this, though. This has got to be one of the easiest ambushes in the game. As much as I don't use the charm, I still want to collect all of them. Planning on doing a pretty thorough playthrough, with the quite likely event that I just don't do the Pantheons. Very little interest in doing those again. I might do the first three just because they're not very difficult, but... well, not very difficult for me anyways. I understand their difficulty beyond that. If only I had Howling Wraiths. I've almost got this guy into shattering the glass phase. There we go. I'm gonna jump down there after I heal, as much as I don't think I'll need the heal. So I found out that you can just dodge this guy by jumping diagonally through attempting randomizers, because I didn't have dash when I got here. And so I had to find another way to dodge him. Actually, I don't think I had any movement at all, other than maybe Mantis Claw. Because I'm pretty sure I came in through Queen Station, or not Queen Station, Queen Storeroom? City Storeroom? City Storeroom, that's what it's called. Yeah, I came in through City Storeroom entrance, and so it's possible to get there without any movement at all, I'm pretty sure, from Storeroom. Another chest with a copious amount of geo that of course I do not want to miss. Lever. And I go all the way down through here, then I go back up, because there's a grub. Whoops, wrong thing. Yep, that's gonna send me all the way down here. Means I have to loop back around, but that's not a big deal. head on my way back to Dermot. Honestly, can't wait to have Crystal Dash again. It's not the, like, biggest, most important part of movement, because you can do most things without it, even. It's just really nice to have for getting around through most, long rooms. There's usually somewhere that you can just go across the entire room with Crystal Dash. Or at least so I've found. Oh, nope, didn't mean to go back down because I'm just gonna take the shortcut back out of here. There is a breakable wall here. I guess I also probably didn't have this much Geo at this stage in the game my first time through, especially because I probably died a lot more. Well, I did die a lot more because so far I haven't died, so... And I want to say I died like 5 times to Mantis Lords before I decided I'd continue playing and come back to them with more upgrades. And then, of course, I probably died to a lot of other stuff other than just Mantis Lords before then. Including the Mantises on the way over to Mantis Village. Or, wait, no, I was going to take the elevator up rather than doing that, just because... there's something over at that elevator, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure there's something on the left side of the elevator that you cannot access without having used the elevator. Because this elevator obviously would be locked normally, just to prevent you from getting into city earlier than you should. So I'm pretty sure you can reach the elevator without any power-ups. I figured there was something over that side. It is just a Geo rock, though. But Geo's Geo, I suppose. Little shortcut that is mostly just necessary for getting... Well, not even necessary for getting out, because you can just pogo your way out. But most people probably, especially on their first playthrough, wouldn't think of doing that. Ah, it's a vessel fragment that's over here. I honestly couldn't remember. I thought it was a grub. I, however, would think of pogoing out that way, and it's probably faster. Not by a lot, but a little bit. And so why not? I'm also going to stop at Salubra, because I want more charm notches and whatnot, so I'm going to pick up some charms and whatnot from there, while making sure that I, of course, still have enough for the Luma Fly Lantern. But that shouldn't be hard, because I have a lot of money right now. I can spend, give or take, half my money, and still have enough. Especially since I can pick up the grub money on the way by as well, which I do intend to do. I'm gonna grab long nail, I guess. How many more do I need? 3 more? Can I spend that much more? Yeah, I can. I was gonna see how many notches I could possibly get without having to come back first Actually, I think I can buy quick focus as well if I really wanted it, but I need 8 more charms if I want the third notch in this shop. So I'd need to collect some charms first. Plus, I guess I do need to spend that money to buy the notches. Yes, I'm a little bit short now, but I can still go up and grab the money from the grubs. Plus, it's quite likely that I'll just get the money I need from the enemies along the way anyways. Mark of Pride with strength should make the rest of this game pretty much free. Like, of course, it's still not guaranteed that I won't die because I'm prone to fumbling. However, it is a lot less likely when I have this much range and that much damage. I suppose it could have been nice to save some of my money for the second nail upgrade, but I think that's only 800, which I might be able to get by whatever I have left after buying the lantern and whatever I get on my way up through Crystal Peak. Or actually, because I'm gonna get a King's Idol anyways, so yeah, I'll be fine. Because that alone is 800. Because there's a King's Idol that I know how to get by pogoing off a background item along the way as well. It's especially easy to do when you have something like Mark of Pride. Because you just jump as high as you can and then you hit the item, and it'll pretty much guarantee that you get enough height. I always forget about these little guys on the ground, and they actually do blend into the background pretty well when you're not paying much attention. Pretty easy to get hit by them. Yeah, I have enough money even before reaching the grubs, so I'll also have all that money. I guess I haven't saved, well, I saved something like 5 grubs at this point, so it should be an okay amount of money. Oh, and an item. Thank you for the mask shard. Greatly appreciated. Oh yeah, I think I can also get the mask shard in the Gome room, so I'm actually gonna go grab that as well. Because then I can buy 1 mask shard from Sly and have an additional mask. I should be able to afford 1 mask shard pretty easily without having to... Oh yeah, I never opened that. It's kind of funny. Hold on. Yeah, Gome room is just past this room. I'm getting hit by that because I jumped down there way too early. Yeah, I think the first mask shard from Sly is relatively cheap, if I remember correctly. Honestly, I kind of wonder if the like rock things coming off the gomes is actually additional teeth, which you would have to wonder why they need teeth on the outside of their body. Or it could just so happen to be that the claw-like structures are just kind of similar to teeth in the way that to their teeth in the way they look, because they'd be pretty useful for digging through solid rock like they would be here in Hollow Nest. forget if the dream trees technically count for percentage or not. I don't think so, thankfully, because I don't really like doing all of the dream trees. They don't really reward a lot of essence. It's largely better to just do the dream bosses. Okay, I buy the Lumify Lantern, and then, yeah, it's only 150 for the first shard, so that's an additional mask. And then I think I'm too broke to buy anything else of importance from him. Yeah, I could buy Stalwart Shell or something, but I'd rather go see what's for sale in his Zelda shop at the moment. I think I might be able to buy a map? Yeah, I could buy the cheapest map. I unfortunately don't have quite enough for Wayward Compass. I'm just gonna grab the quill then. Just so that I already have it, and then I'll come back for the maps later. Because I don't really need the maps for most areas. I just grabbed the Green Path one because I don't know my way around Green Path. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't actually technically... You just need any map in order to get access to the Dirtmouth map. Which does lead you to kind of wonder who actually made that map, because you don't buy the Dirtmouth map at any point, you just suddenly have it after you buy any map. Because it's also not you, because you don't need the quill to have the map either, I don't think. Plus the maps made by the Knight are significantly more detailed. I suppose not necessarily canon, that that's what the maps look like, but... Actually, it's almost certainly not exactly what the maps look like, but it would appear that the Knight makes more accurate maps. Damn, Mila's already infected by this point in progression? I did not realize that she starts getting infected so early. I could have sworn there was something around here. Other than just the soul thing. Free egg. I don't really need it, but I'm gonna grab it anyways. Just because it's free. Crystal Peaks map is pretty much the only other map that I'm probably gonna grab because I don't actually know my way through Crystal Peaks too well. Even then, I don't think it'll be enough to help me find both Ancestral Mound and the Crystal Heart. Usually I find one before the other and then take forever to find the other one because I don't remember my way around here too well. Dang. There was not a whole lot of laser left. Dang it. I am fumbling hard. Then I'm pretty sure I do in fact actually need either a double jump or crystal dash to get through there. A little unfortunate, but reasonable. Map's over here. I don't know if I have enough money for it, but one can hope to buy it anyways. No, I screwed up that pogo. Does that regenerate when you leave and re-enter the room? I forget. Okay, it does, thankfully. And I screwed it up again. Hold on. Trust me, I can do this one. I've done it before. Oh, I had it that time. I just didn't move over. Hold on. Okay, I honestly figured we need to go to the right wall or the left wall for here. I think for this. Okay, it's gotta be the left wall. There's almost no way it's the right. I don't know if you can make enough distance to get to the right wall. Well, actually, I'll be able to dash to the right wall now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. With a well-timed dash, that is. Trust me, I need the King's Brand just that much. Oh, okay, I can buy the map. It's only 112. Cool. Oh, and the map's already updated to what I've explored myself. Cool. Is this Crystal Guardian room, or is this the Dark room? This is Crystal Guardian, okay. Yeah, and that's Crystal Guardian. And then I forget if you can actually get to Enraged before you have... No, you do need double jump in order to get to Enraged, because there's no background item or anything. A little bit unfortunate, but whatever. Oh yeah, then you actually don't continue climbing up past Crystal. Crystal Guardian's just a nice stop along the way. Continue climbing up this way. And I think that's Shopkeeper's Key. Yep. Which unlocks... Actually, I don't remember quite everything that's in that upgraded shop. I remember it being pretty important, but I don't remember quite everything. There's Quirrell again. Then I think the lever that opens up the shortcut back up here is down this way. Oh yeah, this. I think it's just money that's down here, but I'll definitely take money. Oh, and an egg. I always forget about the eggs. And then I think that's just a journal, but money's money, as always. I know there's a better cycle than this to do it on, but it's really not that much harder to do it on the off cycle. Other than the fact that you're likely to get hit while you're picking up the journal. But that's not really a huge deal. And I think the direction I actually need to go is over that way, but I'm gonna go up and get the pale ore first. Because all you need to do is get this person to throw a pickaxe and do that. And that gets you the first bit in. Then you do that rather tight jump. This is like the only skip that I actually know how to do, and it's not really particularly important. I think it's only important maybe in like 100% speedruns if I had to make a guess. Because in any percent, this is an area that you just would never go to. There's nothing up here that you actually technically need. But since I want to get everything for this playthrough, I'm gonna move here and grab it now, since the nail upgrade will be useful as early as I can get it. I forget what's under this floor. Oh yeah, more money. I knew there was a fair chance I'd get quite a bit of money on my way through Crystal Peak, even without the King's Idol. I can't believe I just fell directly back in the hole. Still as careless as in Silksong, as much as I played this game a lot more. Though I would not be surprised if I get my Silksong hours up to something in the realm of this sometime in the future. I'm guessing they'll probably add a boss rush sort of thing eventually, and I can guarantee you that I'll play it a lot when they do. Oh yeah! Hold on, I need to leave and re-enter this area because I need that guy to make a skip there as well. Need to pogo off his head to be able to get up. And I think I need to do it once or twice more later on, but thankfully I think those guys actually respawn when you re-enter the room. So I should not be quite out of luck. This area is definitely meant to be done... Oh, dang. Okay, hold on. Or wait, no. I think... Wait, was that the one I needed to jump into? No, it's this one. Dang it, I need to go back to a bench. And I can't remember if I sat on... Honestly, you know what? I'm lazy. I am going to bench warp, as much as I'm pretty sure I said I wasn't. But I've... Oh, that's the last bench I'd been to anyways, because that's lit up yellow, so I could have just left and reopened the save. Which is what I was thinking of doing, but I couldn't recall if that had actually been the last bench I had sat on. And I didn't really want to load back into the save and be like across the map or something. Because I genuinely couldn't remember the last bench I'd sat on. I don't sit on a lot of benches. Okay, let's hopefully not screw it up this time. I think you actually do need to jump from there? Yeah, okay. I need to remember not to kill the flying bug until after I have made the pogo. And to check for pogos before I just mindlessly kill them. You can get a fair bit of money off of some of the enemies in here, just off the fact that they drop more money from the fact that you're supposed to have mostly finished Ancient Basin by now. But obviously I haven't. Rather unsurprisingly, the amount of money they drop is scaled to after the area you're supposed to have beaten before this. I don't need you for a pogo, I don't think, but I'm going to leave you alive in case I accidentally kill the other one. Which I also don't need you for the pogo, because I can go up here. And then... yeah, I need you for this. Ouch. Unfortunately, I don't think a background object pogo is quite enough to get up there. I think I need to specifically jump off its head. Yeah, there we go. Then I think I need to do it once or twice more. Just to get up another spot or two. It's honestly surprising how little you actually need double jump to get through the area once you've used it to get into the area. there anything behind this guy? No, there's not. Maybe I don't need to do that pogo trick anymore. Maybe it's just the one. Ooh, yeah, hold on. I always forget that this is a rather tight spot. And I think it is actually easier to, if you can manage to hit those spikes. How did I do this the last time I did it? Because, I mean, you can technically just pogo through here. Huh. Oh, great. That guy just killed himself. I'm gonna go back down and grab... Or wait, no, because I think I might have got the fly that got me up here. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I just accidentally threw myself into those spikes. I'm gonna have to try that again. And again, just because I don't feel like leaving the game and reopening it, I'm just gonna do that. I'm not gonna give this too many attempts because I don't want to waste too much time just trying to get a nail upgrade. I know I've done it in the past. I don't remember struggling this hard with it, so I must have taken a different route through the last little bit or something. I wonder if I can just bounce off your head to get up there, now that I think about it. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh my goodness. This is a rather annoying one to make. Most of it, bruh. I can't believe that. I accidentally turned around slightly before I swung, and so I broke my charm. God damn it. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna put on instead. I think all my remaining charms are... I guess Shaman is 3-notch, but I don't really want to use Shaman. I don't know. I'll just use Fury, I guess. And I don't like Steady Body all that much, so I'm not going to use that. I used to like Steady Body a lot because it did remove the knockback, and then I stopped liking Steady Body because it removes the knockback. Where in here does it put my shade? Ah, it puts it in there. Seriously? It puts it in that room of all rooms? Getting across that, like, past her without getting hit was rather challenging. But thankfully I can heal off this guy. These guys take more hits than one mask is. Okay, hopefully I can actually manage the jump this time. Oh, you can actually aim down there. I didn't think you could, so I was going to try and heal and then get some soul off you, but I guess that's not happening. Dang it. At least hitting these guys does reset the timer until their laser fires. I just want to heal. Leave me alone. There we go. Dang it, I went to the left too early. Really? Oh, okay. I was hoping to save that guy over there to hopefully get some soul if I needed it, but guess I'm not doing that. I can get some off this guy though. And that guy. Okay, hold on, I need to rebind so I can dash more accurately and get through there easier. Options, keyboard, right click. That's what my old keybind was for it. No, I almost made it. Just because I can dash then, I can like swing then dash in rapid succession much easier. I'm gonna switch it immediately back to shift because I'm just more used to that being my dash button now because of Silksong, since it's also the sprint button for like dashing. That slight lead lip on the ceiling over there is a little bit annoying. Okay, now I'm gonna immediately switch my dash button back to shift. Because yes, I do play this game on keyboard and mouse. I know, I'm weird. And then I can go back into the main of Crystal Peak. I don't think there's anything on the left. I think it's... yeah, it's just a wall over here. So I can go back into Crystal Peak and get Crystal Dash and Ancestral Mount. And then return to City of Tears. Actually, I'm gonna double check what's in the room on the right over here, because I honestly don't recall. Because I know there's a essence tree in the middle of this room. I can't remember what's on the right of this room, because I know there's another room to the right of this room, but I can't remember what's in it. I just said the same thing like 3 times in 3 different ways. Way to go, me. Oh, yeah, I think there's a grub in there, but that room's even more challenging to do. Well, it's not really. Double jump certainly makes it easier. But, like, this room in general is just annoying because of how small that platform is and how quickly that guy moves across it. And then this particular... oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because you do need to jump ever so slightly to make that. I forget if you can just damage through that guy or not. No. You can iframe through him. Cool. I didn't really want to have to go back to the start of the room, like go back a platform just to immunity frame through him. I should also go back to fungal and fix my strength charm again. It makes the game a lot easier. I forget if I grabbed the fungal stag or not. Or I guess, yeah, I did, because that's Queen Station, and that's why I went back there specifically. Because I didn't enter through Queen Station this time. Even though I usually do. It's fun to replay this game every once in a while. almost always end up going through the game pretty much the same way. I am really struggling all of a sudden. I think this is the path to Crystal Heart. And not Mound. I usually find Mound first, but I think that's usually because I go through the dark room first. I'm trying to remember if you can get this without Crystal Dash or not. Yeah, I don't think so, because I think you do technically need Crystal Dash just barely in order to get Monarch Wings. Unless there's some shenanigans that I don't really know about. Thankfully there's this little soul refill here so I can get a bit of health back. I don't think I should need too much additional health going through here. This area is not the most challenging in the world for me anymore. It is if I mistime that jump, though. I always forget just how tight the timing is after you see the line for where the laser is going to be to when it actually fires. Really? I could have sworn I held the spacebar for a full jump and then it just didn't let me have my full jump. I still made it though, so it's not the end of the world. And there is Super Dash. I'm pretty sure that the keybinds actually refers to Crystal Dash as Super Dash. Yeah, it does. It's kind of funny. I actually used to have Super Dash bound to something else because I just used whatever the base keyboard and mouse one was until I did Path of Pain and discovered wall stalling using Crystal Dash. Because you can just keep tapping it and delay your fall off of a wall, so you don't have to keep jumping to stall by doing something like that. So that you don't really fall a whole lot. I only needed it for like a particular part, to my recollection. But it was definitely useful for that part. Ouch. I'm gonna go through here and open the thing up because there's a fair bit of money down here. And I can also go get Deep Focus now that I have Crystal Dash. Which is actually a charm that I didn't find naturally on my first playthrough because that that hidden wall is actually pretty well hidden. Yeah, I'll try and get through here. I can usually do it without dying at this point. Like, I'll usually get hit a couple times, but without dying, I should be able to manage. I should have dashed. And that opens this shortcut where the grub is, which I don't think I'll need because the part after this is actually easier than that part, in my personal opinion. Because I think you can actually technically do that part dashless, but Still. Rather unfortunately small amount of money from the chest that's in here for the challenge it provides. And then... Hold on, do I want to... I think I do want to go down through where the grub is in order to get to Crystal Mound. Or not to Crystal Mound, Ancestral Mound. Because, yeah, that's this room. And then, since I got Crystal Dash beforehand, I should be able to get Descending Darkness. Which is always very nice to have, because of just how powerful that spell is. As annoying as Crystallized Mound can be. Dang it. Really? I must not have jumped quite high enough. Okay, now getting through here should be pretty easy because I don't have to worry about that guy. Oh, shoot, there's no floor under there. I honestly thought there was. Oh, spike ceiling. Okay, I don't think I'm jumping that high, but, you know. Yeah, I think I need to go up this way. I'm gonna get the grub that I'm pretty sure is in here after I get darkness, I think. No, I'll just get him now, honestly. Not like he's that hard of a grub to get. Like, he's definitely one of... He's not the easiest of grubs to get, that's for sure. But he's not that hard to get. I feel like Descending Dark is probably one of the... Actually, I think it is probably the quickest shade spell you can get after getting the spell, like the base spell. With, I suppose, the fact they're like, what's it called? The Ventral Spirit upgrade. I don't remember the name of it. I do think that could technically be faster. I don't know for sure, though. Just because you can get it at around the same time. Oh, hold on. Alright, we're back. I just had to answer a phone call. Got something I'll be doing for a little bit in not too long. But I don't think it'll take me too long either. So I probably will not be ending stream right when I go to do that. I want to say it'll be like a half hour probably, give or take. Probably sooner, if anything. But I'll have to go and do that in, and then I don't know exactly how long it'll take me, but I also don't expect it to take me any longer than like a half hour. Again, also probably on the shorter side of it. Alright, that's stream now. Huge. Oh, I suppose I have to inspect that first. Oh yeah, I forgot that the skin doesn't have an animation for getting the dream nail. It's kind of funny. Can't say I know why that happens. Goodbye. I'm not gonna bother to get the essence trees. They really don't have much worthwhile. I'm pretty sure Cornifer pretty much always tells you that you've just missed him in Ancestral Mound. I just kind of wonder if there's something up there. I'm not sure if I've ever checked. I don't think there's, like, anything important up there, if there is. Maybe something lore-related, but beyond that, nothing important. As much as I did to just open that, I'm actually not going to go that way just yet. I'm going to head back out to the left and do... Zero. Because the essence from that actually is worthwhile. It might be a little more challenging than I'm used to because I don't have strength, but it should be more than doable. Yeah, it's still not that challenging. I probably struggled with this a lot more in my first save, because I probably challenged him like right away, and he'd be well on the faster side of bosses at this point in the game. Alongside the constantly running away thing. Probably should have gone down and around and then back up, actually, now that I think about it. Because if I went down and to the left, I could have actually gotten into there anyways. Should make use of Crystal Dash now that I have it. Get through those long rooms easier. I'm trying to get what I can from the right side, as much as I don't believe it's a whole lot. Oh yeah, there's a guy in the ceiling there. I get blown up by those guys a lot. That's a grub. Because I am pretty sure that I can't get up to Grey Mourner without double jump, but I can get up to the room just before Grey Mourner. Oh no, maybe I can. Hold on, because yeah, I can grab that wall. And Grey Mourner's just up here. Okay. I don't have access to Queen's Gardens yet, but still. Okay, so yeah, that is just accepting the quest line. Or, not even quest line, quest singular. But there's no way that I don't get hit until I get to Queen's Gardens to deliver it. Because I don't intend to go to Queen's Garden too soon. Good old Soul Eater. And I think a Wanderer's Journal? Yeah. Yep, flower destroyed. Oh, wait, hold on. It's spawned me here. Oh my goodness. 3 consecutive hits to spikes on the way back through the area. Okay, there we go. I'm past the spikes now. And then there's a hidden wall behind the hidden wall, which has another one of these guys in it. And then behind that hidden wall is a hidden wall, which has another one of these guys in it. Which has and also a hollowness seal. There's a lot of hidden walls and items in this one little area. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah, I forgot there was one of these guys in here. These guys have a lot of health. I feel like I'm not that far ahead of progression to where they should be having so much more health than I'm dealing damage, but maybe I am. Okay, yeah, that wall does kind of guard me from crystal dashing across the whole thing. But I guess that's not really a spot where I need to crystal dash to make it across stuff. Yeah, I don't really need that shortcut anymore, I guess, because I've already defeated Zero. Then I don't think I can get the... Actually, it might even just be an egg that's up there, not even a grub or anything. But I don't think I can reach it anyways. Well, maybe. Places you can reach with just crystal dash, dash and wall climb is actually rather surprising. I guess I can get the egg. I couldn't remember, honestly. I like the knight's default hop. Well, I guess maybe it's not higher. Maybe I just instinctively hold the spacebar a little longer because it does higher ledges and whatnot, so you need to jump up small ledges more often. Especially since small ledges, when you're sprinting in Silksong, you just kind of run up. Rather than having to jump up all of them. I think there might be, like, one item up here that I can reach. Never mind, I thought there was an item on top of that ledge, but I can clearly see right now that there is not. I do think before going to King's side of City of Tears, it does kind of expect you to go to waterways to get Isma's tear and stuff. But I don't think that's entirely necessary. Like, of course, you should go get Isma's in any run, just because as much as you don't technically need it, It's definitely a lot easier to beat the game when you have it. I always forget that parries kinda sorta exist in this game, but only kinda sorta. Because most of the time they don't actually block you from getting hit. And I think it's because... I think it's because the active hitbox remains longer than the parry than the parry frames do. So as much as you do stop the initial instance of damage from occurring, you still get hit by following frames of the attack. I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know for sure, but that's just kind of my guess. Oh yeah, I guess I can also go and get Gorgeous Husk already, can't I? Plus, if I recall correctly, if I can manage to do some... Actually, I should probably buy this first. Actually, it doesn't really matter, because I'm coming back down afterwards. Because you just come up here to grab an item and then there's nowhere else to go. Then I could head out into Kingdom's Edge. But I think I'm just going to grab the grub that's out here and then come back. Actually, I think I'm going to go into Kingdom's Edge for just a second so that I might be able to trigger Cornifer arriving and then just buy the map in Zelda's shop later. Because I don't want to actually go down and get Cornifer's map. It's a little bit out of the way. Not the easiest jump to make. I actually took a really long time to figure out where Cornifer was in Kingdom's Edge because I didn't actually buy the map from Cornifer, even in my first playthrough. Because I just couldn't find where he was. Yeah, I suppose I can also get that mask shard from Queen Station at this point. Not gonna bother fighting these guys, more for than it's worth. Don't really have anything to gain. I know there's also a grub guarded by one of them though, which I think might be this building. No, this is the Gorgeous Husk building. Which I will also be doing. Even though it takes a while to kill a Gorgeous Husk with literally just one nail upgrade. There we go. I do kind of like how linearly you can do this game if you want to, because it does have a pretty easily followable path. Where is the grub building? Because I'm pretty sure that one's unlocked by default as well. I just can't remember which building it is. Because this was the Gorgeous Husk building, yeah? Yeah. It's gotta be this one. Yep, here he is. And he does lock you in, which is a little rude. Oh, what? He can switch what attack he's doing? He was very clearly about to do an upward swing, and then I landed on the ground next to him. Yeah, just like that, where he did his forward slash instead of his sideways, even though he prepared his sideways slash. Oh, okay, that was way closer than it should have been, but that's okay. Still managed. Now I can continue back to left side of city. Because I would like to get my nail upgrade. And then I will actually head into Basin and do Isma's after Basin. Like the entirety of waterways and whatnot, and then Basin. Why am I fighting this guy? I actually don't know why I'm fighting this guy. What am I doing? I'm gonna get a little bit more soul off him, but I'm gonna stop fighting that guy. I have no reason to be fighting him. Now, I bet you I'm gonna get the cutscene for entering statue room here. I actually haven't done that yet. I should be able to just skip it though, because I don't really feel like watching it. I'm just playing the game for the gameplay right now, not the lore. I've done that already. Look, it's the bigger imposter. Clearly I'm the real hornet. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna spend my key here before I accidentally use it somewhere else, even though I'm not going right in. Because I'm going immediately back over to go do Basin after I grab my nail upgrade. I have a lot of stuff to sell. I'm gonna be stupid rich after this. Oh my goodness. This is why it pays to pick up every little collectible. I'll have to try and recall where all the pale ores are, because I need 2 for the next upgrade after this one. Oh, I'm gonna be doing something real quickly actually. Then I'll continue with this. Oh, okay, that took way longer than expected. But I'm back now, for at least a little bit. I think I was just headed for my nail upgrade. I don't think I'd just quite yet gotten that. I did see there was a chat while I was gone, which I rather unfortunately missed. I'm guessing whoever that was is likely not here anymore, because I was gone for a while. And I'm rather sorry for that.
Ranjo Stenja. Jonsha. Garadel Akari.
guess I got that now. So, yeah, actually, I should probably go fix my unbreakables. Not unbreakable, because it's still breakable and that's why it's broken. I should go fix my breakable strength. And then I'll head down into Ancient Basin, I think. I don't remember if I've ever opened the door to the stag station from this side. So I'm just going to go across and up. Then I'm going to head down to Ancient Basin so I can get my double jump, which I think will be the last of the... which I think is the last of the movement in this game, if I'm remembering correctly. Though I could be wrong, I suppose. I always forget that the shortcut on that side even exists, because you can just take the elevator up anyways. I always wonder... no, Legator probably is closer coming from fungal rather than going to crossroads and then going down. I always forget just how many enemies are in this room. I should also buy stuff from Sly once I get back up, because I do, like, or after I grab this. I should probably buy stuff... no, I don't remember how much it costs to fix, actually, so I'm not gonna buy stuff and potentially spend too much money. So I'm gonna fix it and then go buy stuff from Sly. Wait. Yeah, okay. I saw the background and thought it might have been Green Path Stag for a second, and then realized that it, in fact, is not. Because I think Green Path, Queen Station, and Queen's Garden Stag are all relatively similar. Oh yeah, there's a mask shard here that I should grab. Because that should be pretty easy. Which, if I recall correctly, I think I actually found out during a randomizer that you can get through here without Claw, and actually just need double jump, I think it is. You might need dash as well, I can't recall if you need dash or not. But I know you don't technically need Claw. Probably should grab that journal as well. No, I probably don't need that journal at this point. I'm doing pretty good on money, pretty consistently. Suppose I could also start doing dream refights at this point. I don't really need the essence yet though, so I'll probably go back and do that after I've done most of the other stuff. Okay, I will fix that, and then... you know what, I'll buy that too. And I'll buy that, honestly. Just to have them all. Because it counts towards the charm requirement for other notch. Actually, if I had one extra notch, I'd probably go down to long nail. And then... also equip heart. which I might be able to get long now, after I go up and buy some stuff from Sly and whatnot. Because I only needed 8 more charms when I left Mantis Village. And I could pretty easily buy things like compass from... Oh, I never went and got deep focus, did I? I'll grab that later. I'm not in a huge rush to get that one. But, yeah, I could pretty easily get some pretty cheap charms. Including compass, which I don't think I'll need, but I'll buy it anyways because it's a cheap charm. And then I'll come back for the maps another time because I don't really need them yet. I just want to grab them after I get the grub markers so I can go back and grab all the grubs more easily. But I will buy this so I can go and get the fireball upgrade. That'll finish a vessel. What else from here do I want? I'm just gonna get the mask shards for now. I'll deal with more notches in future. Probably can't even buy all the shards just yet. I think there's gonna be at least one more that I can buy. And I don't have that much money. I might have enough if when I go and check in with the grubs, though. Because I think I've saved a few more grubs since the last time I checked in with them. Because that one extra mask would be nice if I can get it. Though I'm not certain I will be able to. Hello, Grubfather. Oh, item. Grubsong? Grubsong. Maybe I saved more grubs since the last time I was here than I thought. He's giving me quite a bit of money. Rancid egg. Dang, I'm just a little bit short. Do I have... Actually, I'm not even a full 100 short of the shard. I'm just gonna farm up some random enemies. How much do these drop each? Only 2. There's some geo rocks or anything that... Oh, actually, hold on. There might be some rocks up here. Where the one tree is. Yep, there is. Which should get me a fair portion. Yep, now I'm not even a whole 50 away from the shard. Let me think of where some more geo might be. Because I have that rock, right? Yeah, I do. I grabbed that, like, immediately. Because I know I'm pretty sure I have a Wanderer's Journal at the very least, but I don't really want to have to go all the way out to Lem just to sell a journal, just to go back to Sly. Because I think I could probably get enough money by just getting it off random enemies. Like, if this guy respawns, he should drop a fair amount. Yep, 45. That's plenty. And almost certainly faster than having gone to Lem. And then back to Sly. But it isn't to say that going to Lem would have taken very long either. There's no way. I tried to hit spacebar and it didn't want to let me go up. Well, it didn't want to let me jump, so I could jump over. And that's a mask shard. And now time to head to Ancient Basin. Guess I didn't really need the Crystal Dash, it's literally right here. I'm headed to King Station. Oh, I didn't even know that he could actually cross that gap. Dang. Good for him. And I should be able to go across like the entire room by just doing this without having to worry about fighting anything. Because the place that I'm headed is on this side of the room. I need to remember to look down more often when I'm going through this room because I hit myself off with spikes a lot going through here. I'm definitely not going to bother with the essence tree in here because I don't think essence trees count for percentage, and so no thanks. The one in there is rather annoying. Dang, I need to dash under there and then get my pogo. Because you have... oh, it's just a journal. I thought it was something better than that. Why did I swing sideways when I was holding down? Strange. Ow. Rude. Rude. There we are. Oh, you actually saw me down there. Ooh, money. Afraid if there's anything on this side over where the... yeah, no. I didn't think there was anything over Tram's side, but I figured I'd check. No, I don't think I want to go that way just yet. I'm gonna go get Monarch Wings before I do anything else in Basin, I think. That goes down to the Abyss, which I don't really need to be in yet. I find it rather amusing that you can actually get past almost this entire room by just pogoing. Because you can pogo all the way out here. And then you can pogo from here all the way out to here, but you just can't quite get up because it actually slowly goes down on this second bit. It almost allows you to do some really silly progression skipping, though. I think there probably is a way to get up from all the way down where it where you would end up by just pogoing, but I certainly don't know it. kind of forgot about the Mollarks. Or actually, wait, I don't remember what those ones are called, because I think the Mollarks are the ones that are kind of like the brooding Moloch, except they face a specific direction and whatnot. Is there anything actually down here? I forget. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a key. I honestly forgot that there was a key down here. These guys are rather annoying. This one's pretty easy though, because you can just sit here and do that. And broken vessel. I'll probably do Lost Kin on my way out of getting Monarch Wings. I'm just gonna heal on that timing. Oh, no jumps for me apparently. Oh, okay. Wow, you really like that attack. Which is rather annoying. Oh, yeah, I forgot that I have like a lot of damage and Broken Vessel does not have a lot of health. Now I actually do have to go down. I couldn't remember the way through back here, since you don't really backtrack through it ever. You literally pick up the wings and leave. I honestly find the spacing of all the movement options in Silksong rather interesting, especially with how late and the fact that the wings is like entirely optional in that game. Double jump, as far as I'm aware, is not a required item. Bonk. I honestly am not familiar with the locations of the like buildings you fight them in well enough to just know where to jump right now. Yeah, I thought that was right where the entrance was and I'd have to jump. I think I should be able to do this with what I currently have. Okay, I was not expecting to jump across the arena. I was going to try and get a heal off, but I guess that's not happening. Because you can heal during Lost Kin, but the timing's a little difficult. And you can pretty much only do it during certain windows. I think I can do this, though. With what I have, I was doing pretty good there. And thankfully, dying in here doesn't really count as dying, so I can try as many times as I like without breaking strength or anything. And I can also fumble and fall off the map like that with no consequences. Okay, maybe I should just take the safe way most of the way down so I don't take early damage. This is probably one of my least practiced fights, unfortunately. Oh, I don't have enough soul to cast right now. Hold on. Oh, please die. No, I had to try and go for the flick to hit that, or it was gonna hit me for sure. I did not realize he has that much health. Because I staggered him a lot there. And I am rather used to doing God Home with all upgrades, so... Dang it. Trying to be a little more careful this fight. Dang it. I keep jumping right where he's gonna land, which is not... No, I didn't want to cast Fireball! I'm dead. Dang it. I just wasted so much damage there. I don't know if that would have won the fight or not, but it definitely did not help that I fired a Fireball in the wrong direction, alongside the fact that even if it did hit, it would not have done as much damage. I'm used to having enough health that I don't really have to take this fight too serious. I can usually heal off whatever damage he does. Because I just heal after the fight during a Pantheon. Because I usually have all the masks alongside Heart equipped. It is large. Like, seriously? Come on. The friggin' floaty guys being so consistent adds a very large amount of challenge, because as much as they are one hit and not particularly fast, it's almost always two at a time, and so it's just a whole thing of trying to juggle keeping them away from you while also fighting the boss. Which is where I actually tried to Descending Darkness the one clump of them, because I didn't think I was going to be able to get them both. Dang it, I thought I was going to knock him the other way. I don't think I'm winning this one, not gonna lie. Dang it, I should have stayed on the ground. Oh boy! lord! Okay. This one's gonna be a little rough, but I don't really want to leave before I beat him, because I know I can. I've done it with less. I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty here. Dang it. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm just gonna jump off the edge and reset my health. Actually, I don't know why I'm not coming in from the back, honestly. It'd probably be easier to do that. Because I can just avoid the spikes altogether if I just go in through the back end. Like that. And it might even be faster. Really? Does he predict where you're going to land or something? Because I swear I just... As soon as I see him in the air, I keep moving to try and avoid him landing on me, and then he just lands on me anyways. Dang it, barely not enough to be able to heal. I would have been able to heal in that window if I had any soul... Well, enough soul to heal anyways. God damn it. It was worth a try to get 2, but 1's still pretty good. I should really try and heal more during this fight, because I know full well that I can heal during this fight. With enough effort, I can make windows. And then immediately lose all my health, of course. Because this guy's a pretty big nuisance, and yeah, the delay out of a heal was just gonna get me hit again. Yep, and then he's gonna hit me there, and then these guys are too close, and I'm dead. Oh my lord, why? I had a good sequence of heals going there, and then it just kept spawning the floaty guys way too close. Which are honestly a bigger issue than the boss itself, which is kind of tragic. That almost all the challenge isn't even the boss. It's avoiding the things that are in the boss arena that aren't the boss. While also trying to fight the boss. Oh my goodness, your stupid freaking jumps. Oh my god, why? Why? They're always in the worst possible spot. There was so close to an opening to heal, and it just spawns another one right on top of where I need to be. Because for some reason, it decides that it's just going to keep spawning them far away from the boss instead of close. Because if it just kept them close to the boss, it wouldn't even be as big of a problem. Also, this guy's jump is kind of absurd sometimes. Dang it. Jumped a little late. Should have an opportunity to heal probably even twice here. It's probably gonna jump because I'm sitting in the air. Dang it. I didn't get into the right spot. Okay, that's a heal, but not too, because he's gonna get too close. Dang it, right on top of me. Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if that was gonna work or not, but it did. Just barely. Dang it. There we go. Much better that time around. I knew I could do it. Just had to give it a couple attempts. I am rather undergeared for that fight, so... Not a huge surprise that I lost a good few times there. Oh yeah, I have to, like, actually accept... I can't just hit the refights with the Dream Nail. These guys are where the big essence is. To get the... I call it the true ending, but it's not really the true ending. It's just the... I don't really know what ending to call it, because I don't know it by name. Either way, the ending where you go and fight Radiance that isn't the one where you fight Radiance in Godhome requires like 1,800 essence, and you'll get most of it off of your refights and a fair bit off of your bosses. Grub. Okay, now to do the rest of Ancient Basin. With the exception of White Palace, because I do not have the Awoken Dream Nail yet. And I can't get the Vessel Fragment either, because I don't have 3,000 Geo. So I suppose there's also that, and then I don't... If you count the Abyss fully as part of it, then I guess I won't be doing that yet either. But I will definitely be getting the Hidden Sag. Oh, never mind, I'm broke. I'll get it later. After I finish up what I'm doing in here, I'll probably end stream for today, though. I don't remember what all is in here at the moment that I still need to do, actually. Other than the stuff that's off to the left of the entrance I took to get down into here. Actually, that might literally be where everything that's left is. So I'll probably just go do that and then call it a day. I will be trying to improve my schedule, like my streaming schedule a little bit, since it has been a little lax as of recently, where I've been tending to stream at most once a week. Which is not exactly a whole lot. I want to try and get back to at least twice a week. I might try doing more than that, if I can. Stupid acids. I don't like those guys. Hello, cloth. Oh yeah, I forgot that the spit from these guys actually stays on the ground. I think this is a pale ore that's over here? Yeah, pale ore. Then I know there's another in Deep Nest, but I don't remember where the other 3 beyond that are. Because I know the final upgrade is 3. And the upgrade I'm currently on is 2. Okay, I'm gonna go by the stag station, and I'm going to return to Dirtmouth. And then I think that will be all for today. I did intend to get more done, but I also wasn't expecting to have to go for like... I'd have to check back, but I want to say it was at least an hour, if not a little longer. Right in the... I guess it's not quite right in the middle of the stream, but... Still. It wasn't like right at the end so that I could just call it there. I wanted to keep going afterwards. Get at least a little more done today. Ah, there is a bench in here. It's just on the other side. Okay. Up to Dirtmouth. Didn't mean to do that. And then I'm gonna sit on the bench. And that is going to be all for today. I hope you are enjoying how my Hollow Knight playthrough is going. I should be live again probably early next week. At the latest. I don't expect to be streaming over the weekend. So probably Monday or Tuesday is when I'll be streaming next. If I don't, sorry. I should be streaming them though. I don't think I'll have anything keeping me from doing that. But until then, have a great day, and see you then.